Hi, welcome and welcome. I'm so excited. It's a place of growth, so please open your heart to grow. It's a place where we teach, we model. It's a place also where we find purpose. Open your heart to purpose, my sister. Welcome and welcome once more. Yes, the last series, which I love. I love this chapter 5 a lot, because the last series we were able to point out about Abigail and how she was able to handle the man she married. All right, this series as well points us to marriage again, and that's why I'm happy, because marriages are collapsing, and it is for lack of knowledge. And so we are looking at a woman called Asa. If you read Judges chapter 1, 12 to 15, and then chapter 3, 7 to 11, you will see this woman called Asa. Okay? She is the woman, a wife after her husband's heart. I see many young ladies saying he has to provide 100%. If he doesn't provide, I wouldn't marry him. My dear single lady, you have the helper's mandate, and one of the capacity a helper must build is a financial capacity. You have other capacity like the spiritual capacity, mental capacity, educational capacity. You have also social capacity to build. As a helper, you cannot be a helpmeet on an empty skull. Helpmeet, the task of a helpmeet is demanding. It is demanding. And that's why I wonder why so many men marry women and do not know that they just marry any woman. Some of them are lucky. They groom that woman. She becomes a helpmeet. Why some are unlucky? But before you even get married, as a woman, you must become a helpmeet. You must build the capacity of a helpmeet, which, as I've mentioned, this capacity, and then financially as well. So these women that say, me, if he does not provide 100%, I will, my sister, are you crippled or are you disabled? Even disabled women these days as well bring things home. Financially, my husband money is my money, our money, my money is my money. All those selfish mentality we are bringing into marriage. Asa is different. Do you understand? Asa was a woman who married her husband. The Bible didn't record. I think the man didn't have much, but this woman brought wealth. Yeah, she saw that the man was lacking in springs. Do you understand? The man was lacking springs. He was lacking something very key. I don't want to go in details. You can read it so you get the detail. She talked to her father and brought that thing into the man's life. Do you understand? When her father asked what she can do for her, she requested what she knows her husband is lacking. She requested for springs. Springs are also significant in the life of the Israelite. With the springs in place, her marriage was good to go. That spring, maybe, I don't know how to put it, but her husband lacked it, and she requested and got it. You can be that person. In fact, you are built to come into a man's life and help him become, if he's lacking something, say in the area of, I'm not saying marry a man who is a Dundee. No. I'm saying the man should also have capacities in these areas I mentioned. Do you understand? But say he doesn't have, how do I put it? He has a company and maybe he has not registered it. And you come in as a woman, you study, okay, he needs to register. And you go ahead and say, encourage him, we can register. And say, okay, the man says, I have 10,000, but we're registering this company. It needs to be registered for 20,000 or 15,000. You can bring in the 5,000. This is not what Asa did though. Asa even did much more. She brought in springs, like, I don't know how to put it, but she brought in what will sustain the marriage for the rest of his life. So you are meant to support him physically, spiritually, mentally, academically, educationally, socially, and otherwise. There is a call that needs to be made, and you have that connection. He needs that connection to become what he needs to be. You bring in that connection. You see, you come in with a helper's mandate. And so his life is not supposed to be the same. I'm not saying marry a fool, but marry a man who is going somewhere and help him reach there faster. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to say. Marry a man who is going somewhere and help him reach there faster with your own capacity. And so let's go straight to worthy of note. This particular chapter, every wife needs to read it, because some women who have this orientation that I'm just coming to eat money is wrong. You eat money, no doubt, but you are coming as well to help that man support him to reach where he needs to reach faster than he will ever be if he hadn't met you. That's how it should be. All right? For you to achieve that, you must study this man and find out where he is lacking and fill in that gap. So worthy of note says, I am sure you desire to do the right things at all times, but many times you discover we were not courageous enough to do what we are set out to do. Don't beat up yourself. St. Paul faced similar challenge, but he didn't give up. He kept his mind bent on the truth. Opportunities will never cease as long as you have the breath of life. If you missed many in the past, brace up, for there is yet another before you. Asa did her husband good. You too can do your spouse good. You can do those you meet in life good. All right? Sort out avenues to push them into the fullness of the plans of God for them. This is what I'm doing with my video and with this book. I want to push you into the fullness of God's plans for you. If you are not in the habit of encouraging or spurring your spouse, your friends, your relations, etc., you should have that. You should begin it. To make good and well-informed decisions, it is not late to start. Begin now. Begin to encourage people. Begin to support your spouse. Begin to talk life. Some women, you open your mouth, the only thing you can say to your husband is only evil things. You are not serious. To make certain you are not encouraging whomever to doom. Okay, begin now to make certain you are not encouraging people to doom. You need discernment, which is one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Do not be a woman that opens her mouth to say only negative and evil things to her spouse or to people around her. Make your words encouraging and powerful. Make your point, but make it with diplomacy and wisdom, and not with tearing down and evil. So women bask in the fact that they can open their mouth and say anything to their husband and nothing will happen. It is wrong. It shows that you are sick in the mind. God's Amazons are not here to tear down men. If you remember the juxtaposition I made in the first chapter, Amazons of old do not keep their male children. They kill them. We are not here to kill men. We are here to support and raise men to be everything God has destined them to be. God's Amazons are here to do what? To keep men and not to kill men. Let me take that again. God's Amazons are here to keep men and not to kill men. And so I'm speaking to you, that woman who tear down your husband with your mouth. If you really want to be God's Amazon, you are meant to keep him with your words, with your actions, and with your deeds. And so I encourage you to go on and build your home with your time, your talent, and resources. Build your home. Do not wait on the man. Do not pay deaf ears to his needs. If you can help, do help. Do all you know to do. Seek out solutions to help him. Do not leave every responsibility to him, financially and otherwise. Do not leave everything to him. Be a helpmeet through and through, and God will bless you. Helpmeets are capacity women, and you can be a helpmeet that will do your husband good and not tear him down. May God give you wisdom. But I want you to read this particular life of Asa and the insight I put out here. It will help you build your home and not destroy it. This is Chinyere God's Amazon. This is God's Amazon's Corner. This is Volga, Voice of God's Amazon. Thank you very much. And catch me as I share the life of the next character. She is also an amazing wife. I think chapter 5 is for marriages. And I'm so excited to go on and on, telling us the right thing to do in our homes. Thank you, and catch you